Call to order the Bucksport Town Council meeting for Thursday, June 8th, 2023. Questions or comments can be submitted prior to during the meeting by emailing slaside@bucksportmaine.gov or calling 469-7368. Roll call, Jacob.
Counselor Eastman is absent. Counselor Morrison.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Bissonnette.
Here.
Mayor Stewart.
Here.
Counselor Ormsby.
Here.
Counselor Bishop.
Here.
Counselor Rankin.
Here.
Presentation of Town Council recognition. I'd like to take a moment to have a moment of silence for Bill Gray, employee, Waterfront, and been around for quite a while. I know, talking to Rich, quite a loss for the community and everything else. So if we could just have a moment of silence for Bill, please. Next is minutes from previous meetings. We have council minutes from 5/25/2023. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? American Red Cross thank you letter. Item 6 is ordinances to consider. We have none. 7 is discussion items. An update from the Regulatory Review Committee of this evening. Jim, update?
Yeah, we discussed the landfill licensing, and there were some comments from the people of the town, and a few comments from the manager and from the mayor, and pretty much moved it on to the council.
So we'll have a first reading at our next meeting, next
Yeah.
council meeting. Is that what we decided, right?
I guess it's within 90 days, it's gotta be a meeting, so.
Yep. Any questions? Next are agenda items. Resolve 23, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, and 61, all do with the budget. We'll act on those after we have the public hearing on the budget. Resignations and appointments, we have none. We have no quick claims, discharges, and deeds. Town manager report.
Yes, thank you. Engineering work has begun for the improvements on Central Street from Main Street to Broadway. This project will be done this summer, which will complete the last work needed before the council considers taking ownership of the road and having that become a local road instead of a state aid road. The following notice has been placed in the Enterprise and will run every week through the second week of July. The town of Bucksport has contracted for the replacement of a major culvert on Bucks Mills Road at White's Brook. This project will require the closure of a portion of the road during construction. Residents will be able to access properties on Bucks Mills Road from the Central Street Millvale intersection to just after Turkey Path Road, which is 457 Bucks Mills. The section after that across White's Brook will be closed. Access from in-town Bucksport to the other side of the Bucks Mills Road beyond White's Brook Culvert, 473 Bucks Mills, will be from Route 46 to Church Road to Bucks Mills Road. This closure is set to begin on Monday, July 10th, and estimated to go through Friday, August 25th, and we apologize in advance for any inconvenience. As a member of the Board of Directors for Home, I had the opportunity to participate in a listening session sponsored by the President and some of the staff from the National Alliance to End Homelessness. They visited only 3 shelters in Maine, and Home was selected to be one of them. It was a positive reflection on the management and operation of Home's shelter system. I think it is fair to say that the representatives who attended the National Alliance, from the National Alliance, were impressed with the level of cooperation and partnership between Home and not only the town of Bucksport, but other area groups as well. Our AARP Action Plan 5-year report, Vanessa Newman, consultant to the Bucksport Bay Healthy Community Coalition, has completed and submitted the required 5-year report on steps taken by the community to meet the goals of the action plan. I have emailed a copy of that final report. I was going to attach to the council the manager's report, but it's 28 pages long. So I've emailed it. It will be on our website. Ms. Newman completed that because Bucksport Bay Healthy Community Coalition and its Agent Ability Friendly Committee were designated by the council as part of the MOU with Bucksport Bay to oversee the implementation of this plan, and they have done a really good job with it. And Vanessa did a really good job in preparing the 5-year report, and we received our plaque for the completion of that. And finally, the marker for Jonathan Buck's grave that denotes his status as a veteran of the Revolutionary War that you approved some months ago to be put by his grave will be placed on Saturday, June 10th at 1:30 at Buck Cemetery. The Ramasoc chapter of the DAR will have representatives there, and the state regent from that organization will be in attendance as well. And anyone who would like to come to the brief ceremony is welcome to do so at 1:30 on Saturday at the cemetery. The marker will be put in permanently with concrete, but for Saturday, it's just going to be put into the ground. Concrete wasn't the best thing for this week. We had too much rain.
Any questions on those, Suze, or any other department head reports that we have? All right, item 12 is public hearings. We have, and approval of licenses and permits. We have several here. So first is we'll do the public hearing for the budget. Open the public hearing for the general fund budget, the marina budget, sewer budget, and capital budgets for 2023 and 2024. We've had about 3 months worth of discussions. Budget that was presented back in May, and everybody had a chance to look at. Again, we've gone through all of these, so we are here to vote on those budgets that we asked to move forward. Any questions or comments? Anybody?
Right here.
Yes, sir.
Item number 1012 in these, whatever you call them, item number 1012 anyway. It says surplus. So $600,000, where is that money coming from?
Undesignated fund balance, which is the amount that we have approximately 4.5 million in undesignated fund balance. And this year's budget, when it ends at the end of June, should add about $300,000 to that amount. The proposal is to use 600, meaning that the actual impact would be about $300,000 to undesignated fund balance, taking it to 4.2 million.
4.2 million, you said?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Close that public hearing. What I'd like to do now is go back to the resolves before we move on. First is resolve 2023-56 to approve the general fund budget for 2023-2024. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion approved. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Next is resolve 2023-57 to approve the sewer budget for 2023-2024. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Opposed? Next is resolve 2023-58 to approve the marina budget for 2023-2024. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Next is the resolve 2023-59 to approve the capital improvement budget for 2023-2024. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Next is resolve 2023-60 to set the date when taxes are due and payable. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? And finally, resolve 2023-61 to set the interest rate to be paid for taxes unpaid. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? I want to thank the council and everybody, please, for all your work that you did on this and good thoughts, and I think we've got a good budget to get the town going forward, so nice job, everybody, thank you.
I just wanted to remind you, the approval of the capital budget, all you've approved is the amounts that are
Right.
going into certain reserve accounts. The items that are identified there are the things that,
They'll have to come back.
but they
and-
all have to come back individually to the council for determination. It isn't an approval of every item that's listed in a proposed expenditure out of that budget. There's been questions on that in the past. I just wanted to clarify that we've approved the amounts that go into the reserves, but not the amounts that come out of them at this point.
So I've had a few people ask me about the mill rate. Can we just say it during the meeting so it's out there, everybody knows the change in mill rate?
The change in the impact to taxes to the mill rate is going to be about 5%, but that will either be accomplished by the mill rate going up or the cost schedule changes that we're doing, increasing value, and the mill rate coming down. But the impact is approximately a 5% on the current mill rate.
And a further breakdown of that can be explained in your previous presentation with your, I refer to it as the clip art presentation. It was very well done. But you gave a good breakdown of what per 100,000, what that would mean for a
I did.
taxpayer, so anybody with any more questions can reference that for a direct answer.
All right, going forward, we got some licenses here. First is a Ming's Garden liquor license. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve.
Second. Any questions? I guess the only question I have, I noticed that they put in for both dine-in and dine-out. Do we have any idea if they're gonna open up the dine-in, or is that the plan?
That is the plan.
Okay. All right, thank you. All those in favor? Opposed? Next is a CMP pole permit, intersection of Russell Hill Road and Bucks Mills Road. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Next is an innkeeper's license for Top Hat Investments LLC, Bucksport Inn. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Is that changing hands again? Is that what that was?
Yes.
Okay.
This is technically a first-time license, that's why you guys are
Yeah.
approving.
So, but it's actually been a sale and somebody, okay. I was wondering if they just changed their name or something, but,
New one.
okay. Any questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Next is Friars Brewhouse LLC, DBA Friars Brewhouse Tap Room liquor license. How would the council like to proceed?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any questions? All those in favor? Motion passes. Discussion items not on the agenda for the council of the public. Anybody in the public have anything? Anybody on the council?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just had a meeting the other night with the appeals board. And my job was to show that there was a problem with the meeting that was held here by the council. And when I got to the meeting, I was informed that that meeting was invalid. So it was all predetermined that what I was there to meet them about was already taken care of, and I had no reason even to get up and talk. Because any point that I pointed out, any letter of law that I pointed out was dismissed offhand. But no, that's not the way it reads. I don't think that was a very good way to handle that situation. It cost me $100 to find out that they wouldn't listen to my reason for being there. I thought it could have been handled a little better than that. $100 is a lot of money to me.
Can I talk to you later, Jim, about that? Just,
Fine, yep,
thanks.
yep.
I just wanna find out where the process, where,
Yep,
if there's something
yep.
to get fixed.
See that camera? That's going right now.
As far as,
Yes, if you want to discuss that meeting, yes, I'll I'll discuss it.
Anybody else?
Just a reminder that the RSU 25 budget validation election is Tuesday. Polls are
Thank
open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
So just this one sign.
No, did you get all the
There's
others?
three there, I believe it's three.
There's three.
Tried to keep them separate, I apologize.
I was ready.
All right, nothing else. Upcoming public hearings, designation of topics for committee assignments. Do we have any committee meetings that we need to schedule?
Is Rich here? Where's Rich?
The Economic Development Committee meeting for next Monday's been canceled. We do not have a quorum.
Regulatory review is the one that, oh, yes, but it's not till July. Luann Lawson has asked for regulatory review to meet on her, to look at the solar project that was proposed on land off Route 1, on her property. She had wanted to come and talk to the council before, and then she had said that she needed more information from the company, and apparently she has that, and she would like to meet with regulatory review, but it's the first council meeting in July that it would be before,
Okay.
not the last one in June,
We'll figure it out at the next meeting then.
not to my knowledge.
All right, if there's nothing else, item 15 is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed?